most impromptu episode you ever gonna have in your life because this motherfucker Smith definitely was like, fire that bitch up because he's ready to go. And when Smith is ready to go, this shit flows. What's good, my peoples?
Yo, 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 yo.
No, talk that shit that you was just
Well,
talking about 10 minutes ago. Go ahead.
Oh no. All right. We're gonna start with the Coach K slander because fuck that dude. We're gonna start there first. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
Don't worry, we're
Let's
gonna
go.
get into the NBA. We're gonna get into the NBA.
Yo,
I'm
my
not.
man's had to get dropped in his seat. Oh, dude.
This Coach K shit is the weirdest fucking shit ever. First of all, well, don't get it twisted. Fuck UNC too, but the
That's
Coach
right.
K like dick riding.
Jeez.
The Coach
Yo, fuck
K,
you. No, fuck that. That shit getting muted. That shit is getting cut out. That shit. That's not what we doing. Off top. Nah, nigga. That's not what we doing. That's getting cut the fuck out. Keep going.
Fuck UNC.
Keep going.
No, hold on.
slander.
Fuck UNC. Fuck UNC. Fuck the Tar Heels. Fuck Chapel Hill. And I'll make sure that I keep saying that throughout the episode so you have a lot of work to do. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, I just look when you send your shit, it just won't be in here. Don't worry. I got it. Easy day.
I had to listen.
Easy day.
You can't run this shit without me.
I had to listen to motherfuckers for the last week tell me that Coach K's the greatest coach of all time. First of all, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. Let me tell you why. I'll tell you right now. Coach K hasn't had to fucking coach nobody for the last fucking 20 years. That motherfucker gets the top recruits. The Duke's name just rings bells, so motherfuckers just go there. It got nothing to do with Coach K. Coach K ain't coaching nobody. You seen him on the sideline looking like a nut last night. Had no idea what to do. No one on their team can shoot a fucking jump shot. All they do is just fucking play ISO ball and try to dunk on people. Nobody trying to see that shit.
That's the players they got. Like, that's what happened.
Man,
all I'm saying,
coach your players better. You're not. First of all,
because it get AAU.
That shit was scripted to even get to the Final Four.
It's not
Duke
all,
really not.
It's not.
Duke was not built like that this year. First of all, they lost to fucking UNC in the last game, their last home game.
And while you're there, because that's what I wanted to get to, Coach K acted like a real bitch when they got that ass.
Facts.
He did.
Facts.
He acted like a real pussy.
Big facts.
He had to come out. It was all about him. He don't give a fuck about the players anyway. First of all,
clearly,
it's all about him, and
That's why.
You know what I mean? He need to be out there. Oh, it's my last season. No one cares, dude. You should have retired 20 years ago. You're not. Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Facts. That's why he did a farewell tour, because it's all about him. He wanted to do a farewell tour because it's all about him. You know, my boy Roy Williams over here didn't say shit whole season. He let that shit ride. He told the players that's it. He didn't tell no media, hey, look, I'm about to step out after this.
I'll give you that.
I got you.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
I like Roy Williams.
I'm talking about one of the most winning coaches of all time. He said, you know what, look, hey, I'm bouncing out after this. You know, it's my last year. We're going to make it. We're going to do what we got to do, and we're going to keep it moving. And the boy who's been holding it down this whole time with me, Herbert Davis, he up next. Let's keep it popping, keep it rolling.
Don't bring that.
Final Four, baby. National championship. Let's go, baby.
Herbert Davis is a coon.
Who's the weirdo? Time out.
No.
Who's the weirdo? Who's the weirdo star player on Duke with the crazy name Paulo, whatever, Ranchero, whatever?
I don't know.
They're trying to say this dude's going to be the number one pick overall. He looked like a straight nut last night.
I mean,
no. Number one pick is coming from Auburn.
They're saying this dude's like a top 5 prospect. The dude on Duke, Paulo, whatever the fuck his name is.
He is a top 5 prospect. If you want to go straight off like the NBA build and like what he does, he is technically top 5. Just his size and agility alone, you don't really see it that much though.
You don't really. When I watch this whole tournament, like college basketball is so cheeks to me.
Oh god.
Compared to like NBA.
Oh god.
Just watching them play.
Is cheeks compared to the NBA. It's the best talent in the world.
No.
Like,
I got it. No, because back in the day, and what happened is that the NBA kind of just ruined that whole thing, especially where they forced everybody to at least be 19, I guess it is. So the one and done concept has put fucking college hoops in the goddamn toilet. So you don't have a lot of these a chance
to develop and shit.
Duke and UNC is the American rivalry at this point, but at the same time, it doesn't hold the same weight that it did 30 years ago because you don't have Christian Laettner's, Grant Hills, who are at least staying 2, 3, 4 years, actually like really establishing the team. Everybody's out. Like, I mean, you think about, and I could really segue this, but I don't want to get off of it right now. But you think about Kyrie. Kyrie doesn't really he's not really associated with the Duke legacy, even though he was there for what?
He was cheeks on Duke. He wasn't even that nice.
No, he was nice. He just played 11 games. Like, that's all. or not even 11 games.
Nice.
That's what I'm saying. How can you say
Kyrie was disgusting when he was with Duke. He destroyed us when he was with Duke. That's all.
But we'll get on Kyrie.
That motherfucker was nasty.
We'll get on Kyrie in a
barely
second.
Played.
We'll get on Kyrie in a second.
Yeah, we'll get on that motherfucker in a second.
I'm still because what we have to talk about now is that the Jayhawks have one motherfucking job.
Take a mortgage out and put it on the Jayhawks.
I might have to go with the Jayhawks tie. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I didn't want to say nothing in the Twitter chat, but hey,
that's a grown ass man team. That's a grown ass man.
Take a mortgage out,
fam.
Take your mortgage out.
Let's go.
Money line on the Jayhawks.
Money line.
I'll take the points too. They're gonna be favored by like 7.
I gotta figure out the parlay because that money line ain't worth shit. It's only at 4.5. I checked last night.
All right, so we'll be betting on this.
4.5.
4.5. Ain't shit.
I'm surprised. I thought it'd be a little heavier.
I ain't betting with nobody that don't watch the game.
Oh, that's the fuck.
I can't watch no games.
That's the fucked up thing.
Every game we don't won. Every game we don't won. I haven't watched. I'm not watching no games this year.
No.
Every game we don't won. I didn't watch.
I want you to feel the ups
I ain't watching no games.
I feel the ups and downs if I'm betting with you against.
And I do. When I wake up, I'm like, "Ooh, we won! I know it. I know we won. I know. I'm up.
But
that's it. That's all I need to know. It's no downs. It's no downs, baby. What you mean? Well, just win, baby. Just win. It ain't no downs.
This world is made of ups and downs. I need you to be a part of all of them so I can get my just in.
I was down all season. What you mean?
Fuck you become a philosopher.
Down all season. Y'all lost how many games? Y'all lost like 3-4
games. A lot.
Chill out.
We didn't win the ACC.
What that mean? Y'all still going to the chip?
Hey, look. Hey, you feel me?
Oh, and
Duke can't say the same thing.
And motherfuckers is up there on the timeline.
Like
motherfuckers on the timeline talking about a true Cinderella story. Oh, I can't wait to burst that bubble.
What?
Yeah, a true
Cinderella. We ain't no Cinderella. Chill out.
That's what motherfuckers are saying.
St. Peter's would have been. St. Peter's would have been a Cinderella story.
They got out of here too. They got out of there too. Don't even worry about them. They got out of there too. UCLA.
That's fair.
They got out of there too.
That's fair, but we ain't talking about my watched ass organization.
Ain't no Cinderellas over here. It's a Blue Bloods over here, baby. Blue Blood over here.
You did go to LA and become a Crip. I remember that. Motherfucker was out there in the 60s so at the Marathon store. Next thing you know, he had blue Cortezes on, 501 Levi's and shit like that. I was like, who is this guy Ty? When I met him, he was a Giants fan. But the colors match, I guess. So there you go.
I'm gonna say, don't disrespect me like that. Don't disrespect me like that. Don't disrespect me like that.
But
I ain't never been no Giants fan.
But anywho, I'm talking about I'm talking about the New York type, not the San Francisco type.
Yeah, speaking of that New York shit, let's get into that.
Let's go.
Because guess who I'm not going to be a fan of? This man, put that shirt down.
Nobody care about bullshit. That shirt. Yeah.
Chill out. I know.
Hey. I'm about to say. Ask who bought me that shirt. Ask me who bought me that shirt.
Oh, damn.
Get into that trash ass nigga Kyrie.
No, time out. Before we even get into Kyrie nonsense, I need to know. I just can't comprehend it. Maybe it's because I'm not from the South. I don't understand how you're like this big ass UNC fan. You go to UNC?
Who?
It's no. I got it.
TY.
I got it because I can speak. I can speak as a transplant. Fam, it doesn't. No, most people ain't gone to UNC. Most people can't even get into Duke if they try. It's literally.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand it.
It's the culture. It's literally the culture. It is the lifelong life, and it's not even down south. It is a North Carolina thing. You go to Carolina, and it just is what it is. So it runs so deep at this point. It doesn't even like what you're trying to angle at. It has nothing to do with that. That shit is like it's damn near like game banging. I know.
So what if you're like born in North Carolina, like from birth, you just got to choose Duke or UNC, and then you just got to ride out for life.
For 90.
Nah.
90,
so here's how it works.
Okay, go ahead.
It's gonna be dependent on what your family is. 9 times out of 10, whatever your family is, that's what you're gonna be. You got Wake Forest fans, you got NC State fans, you got Carolina Duke fans. That's like the major 4. Now you got some people that's like, oh, you like little teams near you, like Appalachian State, or like you like Elon or Charlotte or whatever.
ECU.
But like the big 4, like ECU, you know what I'm saying? The big 4, Carolina is the hoop state. You are going to like one of these 4 teams, and it's mostly going to be Carolina or Duke. It is what it is. And if you're a Carolina fan, I fuck with you.
Yeah, as he said.
If you're a Duke fan, I don't fuck with you.
As he said, there's like, you'd be hard pressed to find Wake Forest and NC State fan. Like usually, if you find those fans, they probably went to the school. But even on top of that, there's also, and like everything else in this country or whatever, there's also a subtle racial implication when it comes with it too, especially for your Black Tar Heel fans. Because as it's been said time and time again, if you're a Black Duke fan, they mark you as a sellout because of the history of Duke letting people into their institution and that whole thing. So it really runs deep when it comes to the concept on so many different layers. And I only know this because
so it's really fuck Coach K.
Yeah, it's
really fuck Coach K.
Awesome. But to be fair, in his defense, and I hate caping for Coach K, it was already set up like that before he even stepped foot in that motherfucker. Yeah. It was there. So
true.
I can't hold it against Coach K because when you think about it, Coach K and that recruiting class had really started. It was when Coach K came up, all of a sudden Black players started getting there.
That's a fact. So Grant Hill, Jay Billis.
So it is what it is. It's one of those North Carolina legacy history things, and you just get born into it, brought into the matrix. Even when you talk about us moving here, my pops is a Tar Heel fan, but then it's funny because my brother's a Duke fan.
Really?
Yeah, but you got to think about when he
they gonna watch the game together.
Anyway, it's not deep like that. They just be talking shit, but you got to think about when my brother moved here. We moved.
Yeah, you talk shit.
We moved to Charlotte in '99, so we're.
Oh yeah.
So
Duke was popping then.
And my brother was 5 at the time, so he went with the winning squad at the time. So it's a little bit different. But then, as I said, my family's not from there originally, so it kind of gets all over the place. So, but that's probably the overall 10,000 foot view of the concept, just to give it to you to explain. But all that being said,
all right, that makes sense.
All that being said, Brooklyn's gonna be in the playoffs.
I can't say that for sure. Like I can't say that with 100% confidence.
If it's set up today the way it is now, do you think Brooklyn is it? This is again the hometown or whatever. Brooklyn's gonna beat Charlotte.
No, they would be playing the Atlanta Hawks.
No.
But they can beat the Hawks.
Brooklyn is 10. The Hornets are 9.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah,
Brooklyn.
So,
Brooklyn.
Yeah, but them bottom two teams
they gotta beat two people. They gotta play twice. They gotta play twice.
I know that.
The bottom 2 teams gotta play twice.
I know that, and what I'm saying is that I'm saying they're gonna beat Charlotte and they're gonna get into a stride. And I got money on the Nets beating Atlanta because I don't bet on Trae Young because I got Trae Young shooting a 30% clip from the field when it's time to get that shit done against Brooklyn, even though Kyrie doesn't play defense. But if you talking
Kyrie.
But if you go one-on-one, if you talk about Kyrie versus Trae, they're done. Like that shit that happened last night, that just was what it was, and that was the bitch's fault because there's no way that fucking Kevin Durant puts up those numbers, Kyrie puts up those numbers, and I haven't looked at the field goal percentage spread because I couldn't keep up with the NBA last night just on the strength.
Kyrie's was bad. KD's was legit, but Kyrie's was bad.
That will be rectified. That will be rectified by the time they have to play again.
Kyrie might be the most overhyped star in the NBA of all time.
That's James Harden. Continue.
I guess him too, but I mean, at least he's got the stats. He's got the stats to back it up. At least Kyrie ain't Kyrie ain't done shit.
Oh.
Who has the stats to back it up?
Who has the stats to back it up?
James Harden.
He got the points. That's it.
That's all that matters in the NBA. Nothing else matters.
Let your bias go. No, let your bias go. Let it go. You know good and goddamn well.
I hate. No. Don't get it twisted. I hate James Harden, and you could run back fucking podcasts from last year that'll fucking back that up. I don't fuck with James Harden at all.
Mm-hmm. So what are you talking about?
Even though he on Philly now?
Of all time, James Harden is better than Kyrie Irving, and it's not even fucking close. It's not even fucking. They're not even on a. It's like comparing NBA to fucking CYO basketball. Kyrie is not built like that.
Damn, I forgot you speaking hyperbole so much. Golly. Look,
what has Kyrie done?
Well, y'all said Kyrie is the only reason LeBron got that
you
championship.
took the words out of my mouth. He knew I was going there.
That is not a fact.
That is a whole fact.
It's not a fact. It's not a fact. But that's what they said.
No, that's a whole fact.
Who said? No one in this motherfucker said that.
I said that shit, and I stand on it.
You're irrelevant
when
it comes to anything with LeBron's name.
Anything that got the same with LeBron, you're irrelevant. We ain't gonna lie about that.
Yeah, fuck out of here. We're not talking about that.
I know we're talking about
the fact
that.
What has Kyrie done? What has Kyrie done with no LeBron?
The same thing.
Rookie of the year.
What do you do in Boston?
Fair.
Oof.
What do you do in Cleveland when LeBron wasn't there? The dude hasn't done nothing for real. He has flashes of greatness,
and then he's a player. We all know this.
And then he's a fucking weirdo, and then he falls off the face of the earth again, or whatever.
Major weirdo.
Walks right off the flat earth, right into fucking nothing. comes back with some sage, burns that shit, and now he's Muslim. Ain't nobody trying to hear none of that weirdo shit. The dude's the weirdest dude of all time in the NBA.
That's why I don't think it's gonna work. That's why, just because of this Ramadan stuff, that's why I really think that Kyrie not gonna be able to be. Like I don't think he's gonna be up to full health. I know they're gonna play at night, but you can't get all of that back. Like not eating all day and then you eating within a 2 to 3 hour window, then playing right after that, like immediately after that. There's no way you're gonna be at 100%.
Man, this ain't the first time we've seen somebody. If memory serves me correctly, so this is all this is not fact check, but this ain't the first time we've seen somebody play during Ramadan.
No, it's not. It's not. It's also. I don't think it's been like I've never seen basketball players. Like I don't know a basketball player that's done. I know people in football do it, but you also sit on the sidelines for a specific amount of time playing offense or defense. In basketball, you play both sides of the ball all the time. Like.
I can't think, and I put this, and I use the quotation strongly for this. I can't think of a superstar ever in the NBA who has celebrated Ramadan.
Okay,
ever.
He'll be all right because if you know,
I can agree with that.
Between the way the body works and everything like that, he'll just eat a big ass meal in the morning. That shit carry you through if they have to play like a noon game or what have you, and he'll be hydrated enough. Trust me. With all the technical,
because right now, right? So the only reason,
I know.
The only reason, right? This is. I'm pretty educated on Ramadan because I deal with this shit at work.
Like
right now, I gotta fucking feed that too. But I got 30 dudes at my new job right now that are, clients or whatever, patients that are Muslim, or they want to be Muslim at least during Ramadan. I'm not even getting into all that, but
I'm dead,
I got 30 people that are fasting for Ramadan right now at work. Right, so I gotta feed these motherfuckers earlier in the morning because they're Ramadan, so they gotta eat they gotta eat before sunrise. I forget the name of the prayer or whatever. And then they eat then, they can drink before then. So pretty much right now, as of today, like I can tell you right now, the times for today is, it's 4:56 in the morning. They ate breakfast, and they don't eat again until 7:29 tonight. No water, no food between 4:58 to 7:29, and it gets a minute or two earlier every day for breakfast. It gets 1 to 2 minutes earlier every day for breakfast, and it gets 1 minute later every day for dinner. So by the time the playoffs start, it's going to be almost 8 o'clock before you can break fast.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he's playing a 7 o'clock game, now granted, he's probably a fake, and he's probably not going to fast during Ramadan anyway because he's got to play basketball. Like, there's ways that you can get around it. Like, you could say, you can not fast and then just do a good deed or something or whatever instead. That's like a rule. So I doubt he's actually going to fast because if the dude actually fasted from fucking 4 something in the morning till 7:45 at night, there's no way.
And see, that's the part.
He can't be hydrated enough.
That's the part I didn't know was that last part. I didn't know there was other ways to get around it as far as that type of rules.
Yeah,
but my pops used to celebrate. Used to celebrate Ramadan. So back in the day, I used to have to get up and catch the bus at like 5:15, 5:30 in the morning. And I just remember that's how I learned about it because I used to be the first one up in the house by myself. That was it. And then all of a sudden, this motherfucker was just up one morning because it was only him celebrating the shit. And he, at least he made it through because he was a mail carrier on foot. But I get that it's not the same thing as having to run up and down intensely for however many minutes.
No, I get it. Yeah.
But all that to say, it's gotta suck that Ramadan is celebrated during daylight savings time.
I'm ready for that shit to go away too. Fuck that shit.
What the
bro? It's like day 2.
Daylight.
It's like day 2.
Oh, daylight. I thought you were talking about Ramadan. Like, goddamn, dude.
Oh
no. No. They talking about Ramadan. That too, bro. We can't wear pants. We can't wear like shorts above the knee and all this other stuff. Like, you know how many pairs of workout shorts, bro? That's all I wear. That's all I wear.
I be sagging my shorts. I ain't even gonna flex. I be sagging my shorts.
I got a full pair of sweats that I'm finna recycle out every month.
Sagging his shorts.
Look.
Full pair of sweats, bro.
Look, let me tell you. I was like, look, I'm hungry. I want some lunch. I'm like, oh, let me just slide by McDonald's real quick. That bitch was closed.
Why? Because of Ramadan?
Your boy was... Yes.
So,
I can't eat? I can't eat?
Here, bro. Bro, they're not playing with it.
I can't eat?
Oh, it's fuck Ramadan.
What kind of shit is this?
Yeah,
this Ramadan is real. This Ramadan... Bro, you get a ticket. If you on the street right now and I go drink some water, you get a ticket.
You get a ticket. Are you
it's $100
gum or stuff like that?
It's like $100 on the spot.
They're not playing.
That's wild.
That's what's up.
But at nighttime,
it's everybody.
It's like a concert outside. People
I was gonna say,
outside. Bro.
Now
there was this big boom that went off earlier when it started.
Oh, the cannons! They shot the cannons off, baby.
I was like, wait, what?
See, Ramadan's different in Philly because in Ramadan in Philly is more like, motherfuckers was born Muslim over there. Now, you catch a little fucking county charge in Philly, you go to State Road, go to county, and then they come out Muslim, doing all the praying and shit. Yeah. And then they'll hit you with you ask them like, oh, all right, what's up? You pray or whatever? No, only really during Ramadan. I don't eat pork though. It's really, they just don't eat pork. That's the only thing they really carry heavy weight in Philly during fucking anyone who's Muslim. Most of them will be like, they still smoke, they still drink. Mm-hmm. They do all the shit that you're not allowed. They listen to music. You're not supposed to listen to music in the Quran. Like, I could tell you more shit about the Quran than probably most of the Muslims in Philly could tell you about the fucking Quran. So,
I'm gonna hit you up with the terms or whatever because we was talking about the terms earlier. So this is the pre-dawn word is suhoor.
Yeah,
suhoor. Iftar is the one that you eat after sunset.
Yeah,
after.
That's the fast that when you're breaking the fast.
Because you're supposed to break fast with like a date. You're supposed to break fast with a date.
Yeah.
Water and then whatever the meal is.
But also,
whatever. So I had to buy fucking dates and shit for work. It's fucking wild.
You gotta buy so many dates.
But as an
they eat so many dates, it's crazy.
As an extension to the point you were making, though, the thing about how Western religion is practiced is always going to be different than on the East and what have you. They all like Western. Yeah. You gotta think this country was founded by, or at least this country as it is today is founded by criminals and, the bastards of Europeans. So everything that we've done is a bastardized version of what it's actually supposed to have been. So like everything that you said is like on brand for what happens in the United States. And,
that's true.
Support capitalism.
That's a good way to put that.
Support capitalism.
Fucking capitalism.
Hey, it's exploitive, but we gotta get this money one way or another.
So speaking of bastards, that's what I mean, we can segue into this. I want to talk about this.
Here we go.
This whole
I don't even know how you gonna segue this.
The whole Chris
what is this
situation?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you my 2 cents real fast.
You said, wait. You said who?
My
the whole Will
Chris
Smith
Rock and Will Smith.
Rock.
Oh yeah, keep it in Philly. Let's go.
Well, here's my 2 cents on it, right? I don't give a fuck. So I had an argument with somebody the other day about something completely different, right? It was about like my dad wanted to argue about fucking that chick who was the dude who became a chick, transgender, whatever, the swimmer.
Yeah.
So my dad wanted to argue with me about it, right? So my dad's trying to argue with me about it, and I'm like, listen, I'm gonna keep it being with you. I don't care. So like, I'm not gonna argue about something I don't give a fuck about. So then he tried to turn it into like, oh, that's because you just No, I don't disagree. I don't care. Like, it don't affect me, right? So I don't really give a shit. So I'm not gonna put my energy into it. So same thing for the Will Smith Chris Rock situation. I think it was fake, number one. But number two, if it wasn't fake, I also don't give a fuck because it's two dudes who got way more fucking money than me, and it ain't affecting my life in the least bit. But that's just my 2 cents. Well, I can see it from both ways. I can see why people are like, yo, he should have smacked the shit out of her, and then I can see why people are like, he's a nut for smacking the shit out of him. You know what I mean? So I really don't care, but I'll let you know what I mean?
I see it both ways, but Allow me to get my little shit off for about 90 seconds. Will Smith. So on one end and everything like that, Chris Rock is a bitch because there's no way that you say something and then somebody comes up. This is under the guise that it's real. There's no way that
lets you slap.
Well, no. There's no way that you walk up on me and it's not part of the script and you get that close. I'm gonna be wondering what the fuck you doing so damn close in my personal space, let alone the fact that I know I've been saying this ain't the first time I've made a remark about your wife and everything like that. So on one end, I get it in that perspective. On the other end, if this is real, Will Smith has got to be the stupidest motherfucker ever to have lived because there's no way that you thought that shit was just gonna go over as smooth and everything like that. But clearly he did because they was out there turned up partying later on that night without a care in the world and shit like that. But also, boy, Will Smith is a simp ass motherfucker, man. We clearly know that Jada wears the goddamn pants. And that relationship, it almost seems like Jada's dick is bigger than mine at this point. Jesus Christ, she got mind control over that motherfucker.
Hey, look, she got mind control of that boy tough.
And
she got to be the core.
She got to
be the biggest whore. She the biggest whore of all time.
I don't know about that because there's bigger.
Damn,
yeah, I'm not going.
Damn.
All I'm saying,
I don't agree with that.
All I'm saying is that her fade has been looking tighter than mine always, and everything like that. And we can follow that up with her dick being bigger than mine. And I can talk about it because, as y'all know, and everything like that, I've had my own alopecia problems, so I can give a fuck. Look here. Ultimately, whatever that shit is, there's the whole trauma part of it and everything like that, and what he's also going through. For me, that I believe in, the trauma and depression and all that. I'm sure everybody could relate, at least would agree with me in that concept. I think, and he needs to go seek the help necessary. But ultimately, just like y'all said about Kyrie, the fucking Smiths are weirdos, flat out.
They are.
They're fucking weirdos.
Yo, some dude, right? I was at an AA meeting the other night, right? And we,
Respect.
This has been the topic. This has been the topic of discussion for like a week now. The whole Will Smith, Chris Rock thing. This one dude said some wild shit. Now, I mean, obviously, there's no way to verify this or whatever, but this dude was trying to say that he knew somebody, right, who worked in the hotels, like the Hyatt, the Hilton, shit like that in Philly, and he was trying to say that like a couple years ago or whatever, Will and Jada rented out the hotel, like a whole floor, like they rented out the whole joint. And Will Smith was up there banging dudes and shit, doing weird shit. Yeah, that's what they were saying. Now I can't verify that, obviously, but I would. It would make some sense as to why they are still together.
That is it. Yeah, that's alleged.
Yeah,
that's
pure
alleged.
speculation.
That ain't the first time I've heard that being alleged too. And that's actually the pimpin' I'll be listening. The pimpin' I'll be listening to said the same thing. He was said like,
no.
Hold the P.
Not my boy Will.
Said Will Smith is gay. But I think, in my personal opinion, I think all of them up in that upper echelon type thing
they just be fucking anything with a hole.
With a hole, whether it's a glory hole.
Allegedly.
Or where
Allegedly. Because I don't want our podcast taken away.
Right.
Allegedly.
Whether it's a glory hole or a male butthole.
Allegedly he be taking all the pipe. That's what they say.
He put it in your ear.
Allegedly.
He put it in your ear if you want it that way. Allegedly.
Whoa.
This is not nothing that we've said is not substantiated by anything. So we do not know this to be true at all. I got you covered.
So my thing on it, because I talked to Ty about it before, so I got to the conclusion that I just feel like he should have left Jada a long time ago. Because I feel like all of this stems from the trauma being with Jada. Like, somebody dug up a letter where Willow wrote to Tupac saying that he wasn't dead. Like, hey, can you come back and make me and my mom happy?
I remember that.
That's your child. That's your child doing this. And this was way back in the day. Your child a grown ass woman now. Like, if you've been going through stuff like that, then she went to the Tupac thing, went to the August Alsina thing, then went on a table talk. That's how we knew something was. He needed to get away. For facts, he needed to get away. He went on the table talk and then got embarrassed by his wife on the table talk. Like, brother, what is you doing? You need to get away from this. And now this comes out. Hey, this is that get out shit with Jada. Like, I just came to the conclusion that he needs to leave her. Like, he should have left her a long time ago. Like, it happened. It is what it is. We can only move forward. He need to leave.
The coochie better be fired. It better be like that. But skinny girls.
He probably ain't touched it in like 20 years.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He ain't have to say allegedly. He said probably. I don't know. He don't know. Probably. Maybe.
Hey. All right. Y'all said what y'all had to say. And I respect each and every one of your opinions wholeheartedly. One session, that shit was not fake. Two, I will say
for a fact.
Chris Rock should have squabbled with him right then and there. That's all I got to say.
Oh, now you want to?
Because Tupac would have shot him. Tupac would have shot him.
But at the same time, I get why Chris Rock would do it, because that's the other thing. Chris Rock needs to have a big ass lawsuit.
It's about his money.
A big ass lawsuit. And not only he need to sue Will, he need to sue Jada, sue the Academy, sue Willow.
They already squashed it.
He's not doing that.
Who squashed it?
He decided not to press charges.
But civilly, I'm on your ass.
No, they came out the next day with an interview saying they're cool or whatever, and he apologized and he was he was wrong. Chris Rock came out and said all that shit.
Yeah, I missed that. We could be cool. We gonna be cool, but we gonna be cool with the settlement.
When you cut that check,
After I get
we gonna be cool when you cut that check.
Oh no, we cool.
Yeah.
His tour has been going crazy. His tour doing numbers right now. His tour is doing numbers,
and he needs the money because Chris Rock.
Because they want to see what he gonna say.
Chris Rock lost all that money.
The craziest thing about that whole situation was I literally watched that movie about Serena and Venus Williams' dad with Will Smith in it the night that it happened. I literally watched it. It ended. I went to bed and I got a fucking message on my phone saying Will Smith bitch slapped Chris Rock. I was like, damn, ain't that some shit? I just watched the movie. That movie was good as shit too.
Yeah, that movie was fire. Shout out to Will for making that movie about the Serena sisters.
That movie was good as shit.
Motherfucker said, damn.
And the irony is that in that movie he was getting his ass whooped too.
Yeah, he must have been sick of it. He was getting smacked around, so he was like, fuck it, you know what I mean? He took his little frustration out on Chris Rock. Bitch slapped the shit out of him on stage. That shit was crazy.
If anything, what Will Smith was most wrong about was trying to, appropriate and or reappropriate and put the shit under the guise Richard Williams would have defended his family. I was so glad when they came out with a statement like, fuck out of here. I'm a Jehovah's Witness. We don't do that shit.
And I think he missed. I'm pretty sure. Like I can't speculation again. I'm pretty sure he misquoted Denzel when he said Denzel told me in the back that the devil will be trying to get you at the worst times. I don't know if he was talking about like him, like the act of like Chris Rock saying the joke. I think it was the act of you going on stage and slapping somebody. Like,
or he was talking about when they be in the hotel. You know what I mean?
No, he was
allegedly.
Allegedly, no, the devil.
Allegedly,
the devil is the Lord.
Oh my god!
It's the bald headed. It's the bald headed chick sitting beside you that you keep nutting off into the abyss. That's the goddamn devil. Because the whole because he made the situation about her punk ass.
For real, because he was laughing at that's what's so crazy. Like the split second he was laughing at
exactly,
and then he sees her face and it's like. I guess I gotta do something about
exactly.
this.
Yeah, but that happens to me. That happens to me on the regular. Like, I think shit that's fucked up is funny, but my girlfriend doesn't. Then I have to pretend like it's not funny anymore. But I was just laughing. Shit happens to me like 3 times a week.
You get up and smack the dude? That's what you do?
No, I don't. It's not like that deep. But like if someone says like you know what I mean? This is just for me. This don't reflect the views of anybody else on the podcast, right? But like, so when I grew up, I used to say like. That shit's gay, or that's retarded, like shit like that, right? But like 2022, you're allegedly not supposed to say that no more, right? Because it's offensive. But like, I still talk like that, and I have to catch myself sometimes, right? But like, if I'm around other motherfuckers like me, and like somebody say some fucked up raunchy shit, like if I'm with my dad and my dad goes, "Yo, that motherfucker over there is retarded," I'm gonna laugh, right? But if my girl's there, she be giving me that like 38 side eye look, and I'll be tightening it out real quick, like laughing on the inside, but like. Yeah, that wasn't funny. Like, oh, you shouldn't have said that. You know what I mean? Like, so I get it.
If Padilla was on stage making a joke, would you go up there and smack him?
What?
Oh yeah, fuck that. I wouldn't
even have to make a joke. It
would have been more than a smack.
No, because he was up here. Let me give you the angle. He was up here when he asked him Well, he was like, oh no. So he was over there trying to play Phil Jackson's in. Like, I'm like, nah, let's get that ain't the Bobby I know. That ain't the Bobby I know. I need to see what's
I
going to
mean,
trigger.
I just really don't fuck with that dude. So yeah, I take a blood feud for life probably. Like if I ever seen his kids growing up, I'd smack his kids.
Oh, not
He
for,
has
not,
daughters,
not for the
fool.
sins of the
That
father.
real.
His
Yes,
daughters.
yes,
Sins of
yes.
the father.
That's just like some Hatfield and McCoy's type shit. Like that's going on for life. I don't got time for it. Anyone with the last name
For life.
Yeah,
He's a cop.
yeah.
For life.
He's a cold nut. Ever since that shit that happened at Seville's,
he's a cop now, right?
Yeah,
I got
speaks to his
PD
character.
watching you in 10 rounds.
You got him locking me up.
I got
That's
him
about
watching.
it.
Yeah.
He didn't realize until he's like, oh damn.
It won't be the first time I was put in handcuffs. Probably won't be the last.
No, it's got to be the last. It's got to be the last.
You said 10 rounds?
I gave him. I gave him 10 rounds.
I don't got the juice for 10 rounds.
First of all, we're not going that long because I'm jumping. We're not going that long. We're getting snuffed.
Yeah, we've discussed this multiple times. Yeah. It is no one-on-ones.
All I'm saying
there is no such thing.
Fair ones.
All I'm saying is, in the last 2 weeks, I somehow managed to acquire a concealed carry permit. So if I was threatened, my life was threatened, it wouldn't be going 10 rounds. Is what I'm saying.
What's
cop or no cop?
What's strapping?
We right 4 for 4 then.
I got a 9mm Ruger. I got a 9mm Ruger at my house, but that drone's too big to carry underneath my shirt or whatever. So I'm going to get something a little smaller. This drone that holds 15. So that's
get you a Glock 27.
I think I'm just going to get a little revolver, like a little 38.
Hey,
for the concealed.
Yo,
for the tuck.
No, while you talking, me and you, Smith. Tana Talk 4, 38 Special has got to stop watching Benny the Butcher on his albums.
Yo, 38 Special is official.
My God, like
official, like a referee with a whistle.
While we're talking about Tana Talk 4, now that we segue into this, what's up with this cop ass Freddie Gibbs beef with Benny the Butcher? Did you see that shit on Twitter?
Loosely,
I don't know. I think it's a joke.
Loosely, but what I
don't know.
So one of the pages.
I don't know what it's over. I just seen the tweets.
One of the rap pages that I follow had did this breakdown because I don't have time to be digging in and doing the research. If it's not right there in my face, I didn't even know these motherfuckers were beefing. So apparently, when Benny got shot in Houston, Freddie Gibbs had put out a tweet about what was it? It's hard to listen to rappers and respect them after they get shot, and I think he put it up at the same time that Benny got shot. I don't know, and then it was quiet, I guess. I don't know what has sparked this thing back up, but if anybody keeps up with Freddie Gibbs, they know that he's a troll. Also, I believe Freddie Gibbs to be a phony of sorts.
Oh, he is. That's a fact.
But he can rap, and I as I said, I don't believe
he can rap. I do like his music,
and I don't believe
I do like his music.
And as I've been said, I'm on record for saying I don't believe rappers anyways. I think most rappers are liars, and the ones that are not liars end up dead or in jail. And at this point, mainly in jail because even innocent rappers or whatever are getting clipped at this point or whatever. It's not like anybody thought XXXTentacion was any type of reputable street dude or whatnot, but I digress. So I don't know what
That's
actually
That's a fact.
I don't know what actually has kicked it back up, but as Joe Budden and them was talking about, fuck the bullshit. Let's get y'all rap, right? Let's get the rapping. They're not gonna hurt each other. It ain't gonna like them two.
I'm waiting for the Push album. That's what I'm waiting for.
You waiting for the what?
That's my man. Push.
Pusha T?
Push.
We'll see.
The GOAT.
Pusha T?
The GOAT.
Motherfucker also a liar too. Like you keep talking about selling all this cocaine.
I'm not worried about none of that. I just like his music.
Yeah.
I think you just have to, like as a rap fan in 2022, you really have to say, look, these niggas really not doing that shit, but they rap real good, so I'm gonna let this story fly. I'm gonna let this story fly. You know what I'm saying? Like these motherfuckers not moving.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about what they. It's that same old excuse when they talk about, I rap about. It was Jim Jones. I rap about the shit that I've seen, that I know people have done, that I've done myself. Right. Like, fam, y'all ain't done. Y'all nothing but dirty poop butt head ass boys that was standing around.
Now a lot of them Griselda dudes did do real time now.
I know that, but they are the anomaly, not the rule. They are the exception, not the rule.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a true statement.
And they have,
that's a true statement.
and mind you, I'm not of the promoting of degenerate, lawless behavior for you to be.
But I do love listening about it.
But exactly. So I'm not. So for me, you don't necessarily have to be a real one like that. That's why I get down to like these motherfuckers is pushing 40. I think Freddie Gibbs is 40 or not. He turns 40 this year. They too old to be carrying on with physical altercations anyway at this point. But then again, we were just talking about a 55-year-old man smacking a 60-year-old man on live television. But if y'all are if y'all are rappers and y'all are as good as what we believe y'all are and as good as what y'all proclaim to be, y'all need to get the dissing. Even if it's like the 90s when y'all do nothing but take subliminals at each other. Y'all need to get the dissing. Let's bring it back. Y'all want to be in the 90s boom bap era and everything like that. Let's get to it. Fuck out of here.
No, I agree. Now, this is the most important topic of the podcast because I did say this was going to happen 2 months ago on the last podcast I think I was on. I told you the NBA was going to rob my man Joel of the MVP, and it's happening right before our fucking eyes. I even ran I had to run the stats because I thought, maybe I'm just being biased, right? So in February, they took that straw poll. In February, they took that poll of all the dick eaters that vote on MVP. And they had Embiid with one more first place vote than Jokic. So he had 10 more points or whatever than him for MVP. He was the favorite in February. Then they just released the poll again, the third poll, last week for March, right? And it has Jokic getting 60-something first place votes and Embiid only getting 30. So I was like, let me see what the stats was looking like because I watch Jokic games and I turn them off because they're boring as shit. But I watch every Sixers game, so I didn't really need to run the tape back on those. So I had to pull up the stats and shit. I'm comparing them. The stats were literally almost identical to what they were in the stretch before that for both players.
Okay.
So I don't know what happened to be able to swing 30 people to vote for Jokic over Embiid. Now, if Giannis was somehow to go above Embiid, I could see that because he's been on a tear for the last month.
Giannis been going crazy.
I do disagree with the recency bias because it's a season-long fucking accolade. So if
I agree.
If Joel Embiid's been averaging 30, we're very close to it for the entire season. I don't understand how Giannis having one freak hot month at the end really puts you above and beyond or whatever. Because MVP really usually comes down to points. Points, it's usually points, your team standing, you know what I mean, going into the playoffs. So Jokic should be out automatically because you're a 6 seed. So you're you really shouldn't even be in the conversation, based on how the NBA votes typically or how the reporters and all that shit vote. If Giannis was to get it over Embiid, I could see it. I would be a little salty still, but at least I would feel better about that. I feel like Giannis is a legitimate MVP now for 3 to 4 years. In the NBA, you could pick him, and I don't really see anyone could be upset about it. I don't really understand I watch the games. They pulled up the plus minuses. Now, granted, plus minus isn't an exact science, but they pulled up the plus minuses for Denver in the last month. Their plus minus is higher when he's on the bench. So his team is doing just fine without him. Now, if you pull up the plus minus for the Sixers when Embiid sits, it's horrendous. It's an absolute anomaly. It is the most disrespect. It's insane, the difference.
Yeah,
so to me, that should take some part. Now, I know, the NBA is all about its narratives. You know what I mean? Now, to me, this is my other argument is, in order for a player, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, this isn't really how it works, but in order for a player to win MVP in the NBA back-to-back seasons, there should be no doubt that you are the MVP that second time. It shouldn't even be fucking close to give a guy 2 in a row. So if Jokic is super close with Embiid, stat wise or MVP wise or whatever, or Giannis or whoever it is, then there's no way Jokic should get it back to back. And I think in order to get the back to back, it should be such a blowout and so obvious that there's no way that anyone could be oh, that's bullshit. Yeah, that's just my opinion though.
You want me to?
Because when Giannis got when Giannis got them back to back MVPs, I felt I don't feel like he was like the bona fide MVP that second time.
That's the bubble. That was the bubble
is there an
season.
MVP? That was the bubble season. That was the bubble season. So is there an MVP who won back-to-back that you're like, yes, he deserved that second one?
Probably.
Who was the last one who did it?
Steph.
No.
Ooh, for real?
No.
Mm-mm.
I disagree. Steph deserved that.
I think Steph deserved
Especially
it.
given.
I have to agree with Steph. Steph deserved
I would
it.
have to go back and look at
I would have
season,
to look at
but
the first year.
I don't think
So
he
the
deserved
first
the
year-
first one.
Yeah.
First year, he broke the 3-point record.
Yeah, but that's corny.
Then the year after, he broke it again.
But not even that. He the second time he won it, I believe, was 73-9 season.
It was.
So,
That's when he won unanimously.
73-9.
73-9, that was unanimous MVP. The first ever unanimous MVP.
that was, and even if he didn't think he deserved it, I mean, the writing was on the wall that season. Like that couldn't have happened any other way. But to that,
I just didn't feel like the first season. But anyway, who else had back-to-backs before that?
Steve Nash.
Did Steve Nash
and Bron.
Yeah, that's a no. LeBron, I think that the year that he got the back-to-back, he probably shouldn't have. But he's had years where he probably should have got it and didn't get it. Like, it's all bullshit. The MVP at the end of the day, it's all politics. So
I agree.
Jokic being the MVP this year will probably be the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
I know we see some ridiculous.
To average
we see some ridiculous shit like Dirk Nowitzki. But do you want me to have the race conversation about this whole thing?
Well, that's the only reason why he's even in the conversation this year is because he's white.
Yeah, like Nash over Kobe.
The second year. The first year, Steve Nash, you had to give it to him.
Yeah.
That second year, because my thing about MVP has always been who had to do the most to will their team to the playoffs. And you go look at that 05-06 Lakers team, and Kobe put the motherfuckers on his back. And it literally drugged them there. And it did the same shit in the 06-07 season for them to turn around and give him the MVP in the 07-08 season. But Kobe didn't deserve the MVP that he got because that shit should have went to Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul got snuffed the one year. My thing with MVP is, right, there's no, like, actual, like, there's no, like, prerequisites for it. Like, there's no tangible things that you could be like, okay, that dude checks the box for these things, da-da-da-da-da. It's literally like, it's all who the media decides who's going to be an MVP. So, like, I'll be on Twitter, right, and I'll be giving Nuggets fans hell on Twitter because they're the worst fans on Twitter ever. Like, they're like second to like Brooklyn Nets fans because Brooklyn Nets fans are brutal on Twitter. But there's this dude. Anytime a Jokic tweet pops up on my timeline, like, I'll click on the comments, and it's always like some fucking loser in there talking about his VORP and his Raptor and his PER. Like, bro, just watch the games. You don't need all those extra statistics. You watch a game and watch how Jokic plays and takes over a game, and then watch Joel Embiid and then watch Giannis. Joel Embiid and Giannis are way more comparable than fucking Jokic is. Not saying Jokic ain't a great player, because he is. I mean, he is, but like, pure, like, actual fucking dominance, Jokic isn't even in the top 10 conversation.
And Jokic is a thug.
No.
He's a fucking thug. If we want to be for real about it. I still know. We still ain't.
Yeah.
I'm still on his ass about how he went behind. That was some
dirty.
That was some bitch ass shit that he did. You gonna push him from behind like that in the middle of the. It's the same shit that I was talking about.
I would have did some shit like that.
That's bitch ass. That's bitch ass shit. That's the same shit I was talking about with Will Smith right there. I'm
getting it back in blood. Hey, look, you did it to me. Hey, I'm getting it back in blood.
What did he do to
You're
him?
7 foot fucking tall and 300 pounds. You better square up and pick that dude up by his neck if you felt some type of way.
Exactly. That's bitch ass shit that he did. I get it. There's no fair ones in regards to like motherfuckers jumping in like that. But that whole, when you talking about the 1-on-1 and you thinking that like there's what I have a fair one for when there's time and place as far as like if we sitting there at a church and I got an issue with you, I'm not going to sock you out while the goddamn pastor's up there talking and everything like that because you would have never saw it coming. That's bitch ass shit. Now, if we at a club and we have an issue and everything and I just come behind you with the bottle and fucking crack your ass and everything like that, it's a bit different. I am of fair ones when we talk about time and place.
So I think it's invalid because of what Morris did before that happened. So he should have known something was going to happen to him when Morris.
Which play was dirty? Which play was dirtier?
That don't matter. If you started, I'm finished.
Nah. I'm just saying, which one was dirtier? The Jokic joint was dirtier.
Yeah, it was dirty.
Hey,
that don't matter. If you start,
if you like it, I love it.
Remind me. What did Morris do again?
Who gets in trouble in football? It's the dude who retaliates. So fucking Jokic is more wrong than Morris in that situation.
Different sport, but we can segue to football if you want to.
No. I want to know. I think what did Morris do again? Because remind me.
Because I think Morris tried to chuck, you know how you try to run into him and knock him off his feet, but he couldn't because Jokic's so fucking big, and Jokic was like, "Alright, that's what you want to do."
So let that punk ass shit go. If he couldn't do it and everything, it's a fail. Let that shit go. But because Jokic is a goddamn thug. And then you got your punk ass brothers, and because Smith. Remember when I went up there and his brothers made that Twitter page talking to Morris's brother, talking to the other twin, and they was like, you better because Morris was pretty much, his brother was like, it's pretty much on site, and his brothers got up there talking all that old bullshit and everything like that. Like, fam, who the fuck are y'all? Y'all not from around here. Y'all out of bounds right now. I don't give a fuck if you from a goddamn spider hole in the middle of Europe or whatever the fuck they call themselves. If you come around here, you get your motherfucking ass smacked around this bitch. Who the fuck do y'all think
people
y'all
were
are?
talking all that gangster shit. I agree.
Yeah.
People were all dick riding the Jokic brothers all crazy.
Yeah.
They're not about that action. Sit your ass in the stands like a fan. You're a fan.
Shut the fuck up. Enjoy it. Nobody's scared of you pussies.
Say that, but if that's your brother, if my brother get done like that, I don't know. I can't say what I'm gonna do unless I see the moment happen in front of me.
Exactly. I ain't doing all that talking.
You see some shit like that happen, are you just gonna run on the court and start?
I ain't doing all that talking. I don't even like
either be about it or shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
That's all.
I can take that on the brother standpoint, but if I'm Jokic, I would have did the same shit. To be honest,
that's some punk ass shit that he did right there. I'm not vouching for that.
I don't think so, because you can't turn your back on somebody that you just do some shit like that to because you think it's sweet.
It's the NBA.
It is sweet.
It's the NBA. It's sweet as fuck. It was. The NBA is not as sweet as you're gonna get with that, and you know it. All
right.
Soccer.
Yeah, soccer is definitely.
Nah, at least they actually kick your ass in soccer. NBA, they just want bark. It's all barking.
Exactly.
Bark and then hope somebody grabs me before I had to swing on them. You know what I mean?
I just saw this one. No, I don't know, because Goran Dragic smacked the shit out of Ben Simmons that one time. I didn't see that clip on Instagram.
But we know Ben Simmons is a bitch.
Yeah, that's a certified fact.
Yeah, we know that.
He's from Australia.
That's on brand.
What does being from Australia mean? Damn. Hey, don't do that.
It has shit to do with him being from Australia. He's a bitch because he's a bitch.
No. That's.
I disagree. I think if you draft, if I'm drafting for toughness, I'm drafting from the inner city. And I'm definitely not drafting nobody from fucking Australia. That's for fucking goddamn sure.
This is a Kyrie extension. I know what this is.
Ty said.
It's a Kyrie.
I don't even know what Kyrie's from.
Ty got a mean face on right now.
I think he was born in Australia. I think Kyrie was born in Australia, but then he ended up growing up.
That makes a lot of sense.
But
oh no!
But I think he was.
Oh no!
Oh, it's making sense.
But he grew up in Jersey, I believe.
Also makes sense. Jersey's also soft, so it makes a lot of sense.
Damn. Okay. About to blow New Jersey up.